We are talking about vaccines. Now, I don't know, are your parents eligible yet? Mine are.
Yes, mine are eligible. Yep.
But they have not been able to get an appointment.
No. Appointments are very hard to come by. My grandparents are on a wait list.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. Yeah. It's been rough. So the good news here is that New Jersey is actually going to get a 30% increase in coronavirus vaccine doses over the next 3 weeks. The doses provided by the federal government will rise from 100,000 to 130,000 for 3 weeks. The boost comes after President Biden announced his administration would increase the number of doses that states get by 16%. So far, about 643,000 vaccines have been given out in New Jersey, so we're on our way. New Jersey has 128 vaccination sites. 6 of them are mega sites. Earlier this week, Governor Murphy toured the Hudson County vaccine site at the USS Juneau Emergency Management Center in Kearney. But 2 of the mega sites had to close on Monday, the Gloucester County site at Rowan College and the Old Meadowlands Racetrack in East Rutherford, because of lack of supply. And this seems to really be the issue is, people just can't, the vaccines just aren't there.
Yeah, they can't keep up with the demand. It's very puzzling. New Jersey also launched a staffed COVID-19 vaccine hotline and went online earlier this week. People with questions about the vaccine can call 855-568-0545. The governor said they had 17,000 calls in the first hour. Can you imagine that? In the first hour. Operators can help by answering questions about appointments and registration. I do not envy those operators.
No, there's too many people to deal with. And of course, we're coming up on a year of people being in their houses, unemployed, losing love, like people are at the ends of their rope. So to have to take that phone call and deal with that, those people are up for sainthood for sure.
Definitely. Well, joining us now to talk about the vaccine is Patrick Kelly, Executive Vice President of Government Affairs for the Healthcare Distribution Alliance. Patrick, how are you?
I'm doing well. Good morning. Thanks for having me on.
Yes, thanks for joining us here this morning. Sure. So Patrick, what does the Healthcare Distribution Alliance do, and how are you getting involved in the vaccine distribution?
So we are a trade association representing the nation's pharmaceutical distributors. We're the second link in the pharmaceutical supply chain nationally. So our members move product every day to pharmacies, hospitals, clinics, physician offices around the country. Obviously, we're very involved in the pandemic response right now and helping states and the federal government move vaccines as quickly as possible as supply allows.
Patrick, what role are wholesalers playing to ensure that the vaccines are available to New Jerseyans as soon as possible?
It's a great question. So one of our primary member companies is actually what they call the central distributor for the federal government, McKesson Corporation. They are moving product once it's manufactured. The 2 manufacturers, Pfizer and Moderna, making product available. As soon as that product arrives at either Pfizer shipping product directly, but the Moderna product is moving through distribution. As soon as that product arrives, the federal government tells us where to ship it, and we do exactly what they tell us to do. So we'll ship to New Jersey, whatever the federal government tells us to ship. And I can tell you this, as soon as supply arrives, it moves out. We are moving product as quickly as we get it to the states that need it so desperately.
Yeah, I can imagine. Tell us about the vaccine supply challenges that we keep hearing about in New Jersey and across the country. Are there any changes coming that we can expect at the national level?
Well, as you just referenced, the Biden administration is increasing production by 16%, so that should help us to some extent get more product into the states that you guys can have access to. The challenge of moving at least the first 2 vaccines is they have to be handled in a very specific way because they're frozen product that need to be kept frozen. In some cases, the Pfizer product has to be maintained at minus 80 degrees Celsius during its transition to the administration site. And so that puts a significant kind of challenge on handling the product and making sure it does arrive in its minus 80 degrees Celsius state. That's 112 degrees below zero, I think. So significant handling requirements involved. But as I said, once product does arrive at the administration site, it's the state's responsibility and their job to make sure they're distributing it around the state to the various administration sites, be those mass vaccination sites or hospitals. We are very pleased to see that pharmacies are going to be coming online here shortly. So your citizens and your viewers should be able to get these vaccines, hopefully in more supplies shortly.
Great. So what are some of the challenges involving COVID distribution, and how are distributors adapting to those?
Well, again, this is an unprecedented event. We've never had a global pandemic of this caliber scale before, so we're kind of learning as we move, as I think everybody is, with grappling how we're going to inoculate or vaccinate 330 million people in this country. So there are some learnings they're kind of, we're getting better every day, and the challenges of moving the ultra cold chain products have put it a little bit of a crimp in the process to some extent. Fortunately, we do have more product in the pipeline. We have Johnson & Johnson has a product that is nearing FDA review, and we hope to have that product online shortly. That does not require frozen status and shipping requirements, so that should be a little bit easier logistic challenge to address, and again bring more vaccine into the marketplace so that the states can have more product to administer to their citizens.
Patrick, thank you so much for all of your hard work and during these unprecedented times.
Well, you're welcome. We've got a lot more work to do, and we're looking forward to kind of getting it done, and let's get back to normal life here as shortly as quickly as possible.
Amen.
Absolutely. Patrick, thank you again.